Hello everyone, and welcome back to Will English Channel. I'm Emmanuel, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, everyone. It's always a pleasure to be back. You look very excited today, Emmanuel.
Yes, because today's topic is one of my favorites. It's fun, useful, and very real.
Exactly. And before we start, everyone, please remember to subscribe to Will English Channel.
And don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends and family. It helps us more than you know.
All right, Emmanuel. So, what are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about habits. Daily habits, good habits, bad habits, and how to talk about them in English.
Oh, I love this topic already.
Dorcas, let's start with something simple. What is a habit in your opinion?
For me, a habit is something you do again and again. You don't do it one time, you do it regularly.
I like that. Something you do regularly is very clear. So if I say, I drink coffee every morning, that's a habit, right?
Yes, that's a habit. Every morning shows it happens again and again.
Great. So we can say, a habit is something I usually do. I think usually is a very useful word here.
Yes, usually is perfect for habits. We can also use always, sometimes, and never.
Right, like, I always brush my teeth at night, or I never smoke.
Exactly. Those are habit sentences. Very short, very clear.
Some learners say, I have the habit to drink coffee. Have you heard that before?
Yes, I hear it a lot, but it sounds strange. We usually say, I have a habit of drinking coffee, or I usually drink coffee.
So, I have the habit to is not natural. I have a habit of, or I usually is much better.
Yes, that's a good correction. Short sentence, big difference.
So to sum up, a habit is something you do often. And in English, we talk about habits with words like always, usually, sometimes, and never.
Exactly. Those 4 words are your best friends for habits. They make your English sound natural and true to your life.
Dorcas, let's talk about real life now. What's one habit you have in the morning?
Every morning, I drink a glass of water when I wake up. It's my first habit of the day.
I like that. It's a very healthy habit. So we can say, I drink water every morning, or I usually drink water in the morning, right?
Yes, both are good. Usually shows it's a habit, not just one day.
Nice. What's another small morning habit you have?
I always make my bed after I get up. It makes my room and my mind feel more calm.
I like that idea. Make your bed, make your mind calm. So you could say, I always make my bed in the morning.
Exactly. That's a perfect habit sentence. Always is very strong. It means every day.
Okay, my turn. One habit I have is opening the window when I wake up.
Oh, I like that. Fresh air in the morning. So you can say, I always open the window when I wake up, right?
Yes, that's exactly how I'd say it. It's short, clear, and it shows the habit.
Do you have a coffee habit in the morning? Many people do.
Yes, I usually drink coffee after breakfast. If I don't, I feel a bit slow.
So that's another good habit sentence. I usually drink coffee in the morning. Learners can copy that structure for their own habits.
Exactly. I usually is a great way to start almost any habit sentence. Okay, Dorcas. Now let's talk about your day. What is one habit you have when you start work or study?
When I start work, I always check my to-do list. It helps me see what I need to do first.
I like that. It's a very organized habit. So you could say, I always check my to-do list when I start work, right?
Yes, that sentence is perfect. Always shows it's a strong habit.
Nice. What's another habit you have during the day?
I usually take a short break every hour. I stand up, stretch, and drink water.
That's a healthy habit. I like it. So a learner can say, I usually take a short break every hour.
Yes, usually plus verb is a great pattern for habits. For example, I usually eat lunch at 1.
That's a good example. Very simple. Many learners forget usually and say just, I eat lunch 1, which is not correct.
Yes, we need at 1 o'clock or at 1. And I usually eat lunch at 1 o'clock. Sounds natural.
Okay, my turn now. One daily habit I have is checking my emails in the morning.
That's very common. You can say, I always check my emails in the morning. Or, I usually check my emails after breakfast.
Exactly, both are good. And learners can swap emails with messages, like, I usually check my messages on the bus.
Yes, same structure, different noun. That's an easy way to create many habit sentences.
Some learners say, I check always my emails, which sounds strange. We need to remind them where to put always, right?
Yes, we say, I always check, not I check always. The adverb goes before the main verb.
So, I always check my phone. I often read at night. I never drink coffee in the evening. All of them follow the same pattern.
Exactly. Same simple structure for many habits. Once you know the pattern, you can talk about your whole life.
All right, Dorcas, let's talk about good habits now. What is one good habit you're proud of?
I read almost every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. It helps me relax and learn new words.
That's a really nice habit. Reading is powerful. So you could say, I usually read in the evening, right?
Yes, that's exactly how I would say it. Usually shows it's a habit, not something you do one time.
Some learners say, I read every evenings, which is wrong. We say, every evening, singular, not evenings.
Yes, good point. Just every evening. You can also say, I have a habit of reading before bed.
I like that structure. I have a habit of plus verb ing. For example, I have a habit of reading on the bus.
Exactly. Same pattern with other verbs. For example, I have a habit of writing a to-do list.
Nice. That's a very productive habit. Do you have another good habit?
Yes, I walk a lot instead of taking the bus. It's good for my body and my mind.
That's a healthy one. I love it. So you can say, I usually walk to work instead of taking the bus.
Yes, that sounds very natural. Instead of is great to compare two habits.
Good point. Learners can say, I drink tea instead of coffee. That also shows a healthier choice.
Exactly. Very useful structure. And you, Emmanuel, what is one good habit you have?
I drink a lot of water during the day. I always keep a bottle of water with me.
Oh, that's a great idea. So your sentence is, I always keep a bottle of water with me.
Yes, and it's easy for learners to copy that. They can change water to a notebook, my dictionary, etc.
Right. For example, I always keep a notebook with me. That can be a great English learning habit.
So we have 3 good habit patterns now. I usually, I have a habit of, and I always keep.
Yes, and with just these three, you can describe many good habits. You only need to change the last part of the sentence.
Okay, Dorcas, let's be honest now. Do you have any bad habits?
Yes, I do, of course. I check my phone way too often.
Ah, yes, that's a very common bad habit. So you could say, I have a bad habit of checking my phone all the time, right?
Yes, that sentence is perfect. That habit of plus verb ing works very well.
Many learners say, I have a bad habit to check my phone, which sounds strange. We should remind them it's of checking, not to check.
Exactly. We need the ing form after habit of. For example, I have a habit of eating late.
Good example. Do you have another bad habit?
Yes, sometimes I go to bed too late. I watch videos and forget the time.
Oh, that happens to many people. So you can say, I have a bad habit of going to bed late.
Yes, or I often go to bed too late. Too late shows it's not good for me.
Right. Too late is a good signal word. Learners can also say, I often stay up late.
Yes, stay up late is very natural. It means you don't sleep when you should.
Okay, my turn now. One bad habit I have is eating too fast.
Oh, that one is dangerous for your stomach. You can say, I have a bad habit of eating too fast, right?
Yes, that's exactly how I'd say it. Or, I always eat too fast when I'm hungry.
That's a very realistic sentence. Always plus too fast clearly shows it's a bad habit.
Another little problem I have is forgetting names. People tell me their name and I lose it in 2 seconds.
Oh, that's so relatable. You could say, I have a bad habit of forgetting people's names.
Yes, and learners can reuse that structure easily. Just change people's names to another object.
Exactly. For example, I have a bad habit of losing my keys. Very common one, too.
So for bad habits, we now have clear patterns. I have a bad habit of plus verb ing, and I often / always plus verb plus too much / too late.
Yes, and with just those two patterns, you can describe many bad habits in your life. It's honest, simple, and very natural English.
Dorcas, let's talk about change now. Is there one bad habit you want to change?
Yes, I want to change my phone habit in the morning. I don't want to check my phone right after waking up.
That's a very good goal. I like it. So you can say, I want to stop checking my phone in the morning, right?
Yes, that sentence is perfect. Want to stop plus verb ing is a great structure.
Many learners say, I want stop to check my phone, which is wrong. We need to stop checking, not stop to check.
Yes, good point. We say, I want to stop doing something.
Is there another habit you want to change? Maybe something small?
I want to stop going to bed so late. I feel tired the next day.
So that's, I want to stop going to bed late. Or, I'm trying to go to bed earlier.
Yes, I'm trying to is very useful too. It shows you are working on the habit.
Okay, my turn. I want to stop eating so fast.
Yes, that's a good one for your health. You can say, I'm trying to eat more slowly.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. So learners can use I'm trying to plus verb to talk about changing habits.
Yes, like, I'm trying to exercise more, or I'm trying to drink less soda.
Nice examples. Very real life. Now, Dorcas, is there a new habit you want to add?
Yes, I want to start meditating a few minutes a day. I think it would help me feel calmer.
So you can say, I want to start meditating every day. Or, I'm trying to build a new habit, meditation.
Yes, build a new habit is a nice expression. It means create it and repeat it.
For me, I want to start stretching in the morning. My body really needs that habit.
You could say, I'm trying to make stretching a daily habit. That sounds very natural.
So for changing habits, we now have 3 key patterns. I want to stop. I'm trying to. And I want to start.
Yes, with just these three, you can talk about any change. Stop a bad habit, improve one, or add a new one.
Dorcas, now let's talk about questions. How can we ask someone about their habits in English?
One very simple way is, do you usually? For example, do you usually eat breakfast?
I like that. Do you usually is super useful. Learners can also say, do you always? Like, do you always wake up early?
Yes, that sounds very natural. Usually is softer. Always is stronger.
Some learners say, you usually wake up early? As a question. But in English, we really need do you at the beginning.
Yes, we should say, do you usually wake up early? Without do, it sounds wrong or too direct.
Another very common question is, how often do you? For example, how often do you exercise?
Yes, how often asks about frequency, like, how often do you study English?
Many learners forget do and say, how often you study English? We must say, how often do you study English to be correct?
Exactly. Do is very important in that question. Same with, how often do you go out with friends?
We can also ask directly, do you have any good habits? Or, do you have any bad habits?
Yes, those are great conversation starters. People usually laugh when you ask about bad habits.
So, to ask about habits, we can use, do you usually? How often do you? And, do you have any habits? With just these, you can have a full conversation.
Yes, 3 simple question forms, many possibilities. You just change the verb or the noun at the end.
All right, Dorcas, let's do a quick recap for everyone. What are some useful ways to talk about habits in English?
We can start with I usually, like I usually read at night. We also use I always and I never for strong habits.
Right, those 3 are very powerful. I usually, I always, I never. They are perfect for everyday sentences.
For good habits, we can say I have a habit of plus verb ing. For example, I have a habit of drinking water in the morning.
Yes, and for bad habits, I have a bad habit of plus verb ing. Like, I have a bad habit of checking my phone too much.
For changing habits, we use I want to stop, I want to start, I'm trying to. For example, I'm trying to go to bed earlier.
Exactly, those are great for goals. And for questions we learned, do you usually? And how often do you?
Yes, like, do you usually eat breakfast? Or, how often do you study English? Very simple, very natural.
Now a little practice for you who are listening. Try to make 2 sentences, one good habit and one bad habit.
For example, I usually walk to work. And, I have a bad habit of going to bed late. You can write your 2 sentences in the comments.
That's a great way to practice and remember. When you write about your real life, the English stays in your mind longer.
Yes, real habits equals real English. That's the best way to learn.
So today we talked about habits in a simple way. Good habits, bad habits, how to change them, and how to ask about them. If you use these small sentences every day, your English will grow step by step.
Yes, and you can start right now with your own life, your own habits. Real English comes from real things you do every day.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us on Will English Channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us continue making these lessons.
And don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends and family. It's a small action for you, but a big help for our channel.
Now, we really want to hear from you in the comments. Write one good habit and one bad habit in English so you can practice.
For example, I usually read at night. And, I have a bad habit of going to bed late. You can copy the patterns we used and make them about your life.
Thank you again for listening and practicing with us today. We'll be back soon with another fun and easy English conversation.
See you next time for another lesson full of real-life English. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Goodbye, everyone.